What's up, Toby? So, ladies and gentlemen, I am live here at YouTube studio, or the Life22 studios, with Senior Toby the Bass.
The bass. Yep, the bass.
Well, he's a bassist, but he's got googly eyes like a fish. So
That's exactly where that nickname came from.
Toby the Bass. So, I was hitting up. I wanted to hit you up today's kind of just bullshitting around. I just wanted to hit you up for trying to help me come up with what we should do with the channel, man. Trying to figure out.
I like the idea of doing different shows, like
So then, my issue was the morning. Like, I figured catch people on their ride to work or something, do like a morning show and just do like like local bullshit political talk and stuff.
Did people watch YouTube on the way to work? Because that doesn't seem safe.
No, no, it's probably not. I just figured they're downloading us on Spotify, or we're on Spotify, we're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes.
Yeah, so you could listen just like morning talk radio.
Right. The downside is that by the time it's live and processed, where people can actually just download it to
You're listening to yesterday's news.
Yeah. So it's more or less like they're listening to us on their drive home from work, which means they have to now download it at work.
Oh, you can't just stream it over your...
No, they can stream it over their device too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Most places around here have enough cell service, and most people are... I think at this point, most people have enough data because they realize they're going to use it, that they could probably do that.
yeah. We upped our plan. We're unlimited everything, except for the fact that they all of a sudden they broke it down though before they transferred us into it. So now we're broken down into the what is it the not on demand shit. Like we could pay like an extra $100 a month and we're everything.
Where they give you...
Like we're sped down.
Right.
They'll be like, oh, we've got a lot of usage in the area, so like you're unlimited, but we're about to knock you down. Your draw is going to be limited
unless you use these services that we sponsor or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen that.
So they'll dial us back where we're unlimited, but they dial us back during peak times.
So not really unlimited.
Right, limited with a catch. Right.
Unlimited with a catch.
Yeah, that's how the other places work. Cell One offers cheap people, poor people, people on a fixed income, like unlimited whatever, and then it's like, yeah, you get unlimited, but after 6 gigs, you're literally down to like 2 kilobits a second. Like your phone will notify you if you have an email, but it'll take you an hour to get it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of cheap, and we get for our family we have 8 gig apiece. Full speed up to 8 gig, but I figure if the kids use 8 gig the rest of the month, sorry. And I don't think I've ever used 8 gig.
I didn't either. The missus used 30 gig. Like the first month we switched over to unlimited. She just jumped off the Wi-Fi.
I was gonna say.
I don't know how you use 30 gigs on Facebook.
Oh yeah, actually on Facebook. Well, watching a lot of videos. I would guess.
Yeah.
I know the kids will do it with just watching YouTube and watching Netflix and that kind of thing. We had one kid when on a trip to Florida decided he was going to watch Netflix the whole way to Florida. He didn't make it very far before he ran out of data.
yeah, dude. And especially if you open up your phone to be a hotspot. Like if I watch Netflix on my phone, I can watch like 5 movies and not hit a gig.
Right.
If you watch it, I watched half of. I was out in Albany and I used my phone as a hotspot and I used my laptop to stream through my phone as internet. And so I went on and I watched. God, I was halfway through The Departed. And my phone was like, dude, you just used 4 gigs of data. Like, what?
Yeah.
4 gigs. Half a movie.
Sounds about right.
Given it's The Departed, so it's like twice the length of any other movie. But it's like
right.
The Meatloaf song of, It's not like I was watching Lord of the Rings, but I was pretty damn close.
The Inagata Devita of movies.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Mute your phone.
Mute your phone.
So, anyways. But
You.
Yeah. That won't stop ringing, so I can mute it. There we go.
All right. So now that we've muted our phones and
Talked about data plans.
data plans,
Still trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain. What do we do with?
different shows.
Yeah.
I have to assume you'd probably be able to bring in people that would be interested in.
So, like political and news, I mean, I know
Right.
most of the politicians. It's funny, I know them on a first name basis. Even if I just had somebody a good conjecture, right? Like somebody who's just like, well, man, this is what we. You know what I mean? Just almost like any contributors, right? Like people that come on the show and just we like their political input, right?
Yeah.
I need to get like more of a regular base. I don't need to have special guests every week, but like like Tim the bartender's good, but I can't just do a show with Tim the bartender every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the people that are on the show every day, like look at the Conan. He's got the the drummer will talk to him or whatever. You know what I mean? Or whoever. But the guy usually keeps his mouth shut. Like yeah, that was good. That was good, Conan. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you could fit a band in here.
No.
No.
No, but I was thinking if we started expanding and we're doing well, we can move to the stage at the church for the time being.
Okay.
And then you could actually have a live studio audience.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
Well, yeah, kind of.
cool. So people walking off the street just get like, drunks and the unemployed just kind of staggering in. It's just free cups of water and gin.
Spiked with a little gin.
just a water cooler full of gin. So, but yeah, that's one of the thoughts. The other thing is like, when do you do it? When do you put time in? And then like, how do we?
Isn't that always the big challenge? Time?
1 day a week, 2 days a week. Who's gonna listen to it 1 day a week?
Or every day a week.
Right. I mean, can I pencil it in every day a week? Can I get a contributor every day? And if I have to go solo, I mean, then it's a Kevin rant.
Right? Which aren't unentertaining.
They're not, but they're kind of they're their own little
thing.
They're their own show.
Yeah, right. There you go.
The Kevin rants are like, and those are the ones that are they're like far and few between. But when they come on, they're like, oh my god, there's a Kevin original. Kevin's tied a few back. It must be his birthday. He like rip roaring blitzed, just like fuck them people, and then just go on a rant, and then everyone gets offended and pissed off, or watches Kevin smoke a vase.
Right. And end up on the news and everything else.
Yeah.
And front page of the paper. And
I feel like the common So I always try to break stuff down into like how they like get organized, because I'm OCD and like very organized on a lot of stuff. My office, even the madness of piles of paper everywhere, there's still an organization to it.
Right. Well, most of mine is chronological. I can say this deep in the pile of crap is 3 months ago.
Yeah.
That's my organization skills. Well, when it comes to.
But so if I turn around and try to get like the channel organized, how would I organize the channel? You break it down. Is it all about in the tagging? Uh-oh, what happened to us? Clippy. This is the shit I'm talking about, Tobes.
Yeah, and for some reason your CPU is well up there in comparison to what it was. So what has Microsoft decided your computer needs to be doing right now?
Yeah, but it's saying that.
Sounds like it's cranking out some heat.
It gets hot in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a space heater right there under your desk.
Is that what that is?
Mostly.
We haven't dropped any frames, though.
Huh.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know how to reset it either. Like, how would you...
Why is it
juiced up?
Yeah, like you're pushing it. It's using all 8 cores and pushing them.
But why?
That's what I'm thinking. Why would it be so dumb? Yeah, I was gonna say, exit a bunch of like. Yeah, stamps.com probably don't need right now. Steam, I'd definitely close Steam. Steam likes to just decide it's gonna update in the background, like games or whatever.
I don't know how to open this one or close this
one. You don't. Not easily, anyways. Yeah, that one either. I was gonna say, Google Chrome tends to be a memory sucker. Yeah, there's Skype's also a pain to shut. There's...
Yeah, but now we're back up. 70%, 100%, 44%.
Yeah, you say, well, that'll sign out. It doesn't really.
We're losing them, Jimmy.
Well, and your software's using the vast majority of it.
Yeah.
Just click on where it says CPU along the top there. And it'll sort it to the highest first, yeah. So yeah, really that's what's using almost all of it. And your memory as well. And GPU.
So, but yeah, but how do we restart this thing? Used to be a refresh button on. That's not helping.
No.
We might have to kill the broadcast, Tobe.
Well.
Schmutz.
Because it just wants to be crazy.
Where's the, there used to be a symbol for it too, like boop. Hello? Like I used to be able to switch over to something different. And then it would come back to life. Or maybe what if we disconnect the camera? Maybe? I don't know. I think it's this one. I just disconnected something.
Doesn't look like the camera.
No. Oh, here's the camera. There we are. We're back. That's it. That's all it takes.
I would look at maybe updating drivers on that camera.
You think that's what it would be?
Could be.
Remember we had 2 cameras a minute ago and it was doing this.
Yeah.
So Toby the Bass, helping the computer guy too. So sorry about the delay, folks. Anyways, where were we before we started?
Talking about show ideas.
Yeah,
and how to do those.
So I guess would you do it in the tagging of the title of the video and then sort them by like playlist? Then create
I was going
the
to
channel.
say I'd do the like shows in the channel and playlists.
And so
I mean, obviously,
go back through and maybe re-edit a bunch of names on all the on all the videos, and then put them into different. or just going forward?
I'm actually going back and moving stuff like, because if somebody wanted to just sit there and watch council meetings, for instance,
Right.
that'd be great in a playlist because, you could start at the most recent and kind of go back chronologically and just sit back and, cast it to your TV or, your computer, your phone or whatever, and watch the whole series. Binge watch common council meetings for the next 3 days. I don't know how many people would actually do that, but
Right.
of course, with the council meetings, it is kind of nice because you can scroll around and see who's actually talking.
Right. These are all 360.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Walk around with it on the VR helmet as you walk through your living room, back and forth pacing, watching.
I just scroll.
6 years of.
Well, the older ones aren't 360, are they?
No.
Yeah,
All of them are 360 because I didn't do any. I started in February,
Oh, okay.
March, somewhere in there.
Like I said, I haven't watched them all, or
Started
just
in March, so
a couple of them. Trying to figure out things like how to deal with 12th Street and all that fun stuff.
yeah, that was fun. But then I want to do news and talk. So, all right. So, step one is going back through and coming up with like a geotagging kind of thing for the title, right?
Yeah.
Life22.
I mean,
What the show is, and then the episode, or
personally, I think I'd come. Well, I think already with. You've probably got basically 3 existing shows.
right,
The Common Council stuff, the Kevin's Rants stuff, and then
news and talk,
Yeah.
interviews. Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously up to how much time you have. Is how far and how many shows do you want?
Yeah. But then again, how many times are shows on, right? Like they release
Right.
like what's a series? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but not all of them would really need to be live, right? Most of them you could do on a Saturday and publish them on a Thursday.
one of the kids knocking. Well, my phone rang, so I figured somebody showed up. And then, we're gone again, Tobes.
It's gone back to Clippy.
We've dropped below 50% CPU usage.
Yeah.
Here's the camera itself. I think it just, comes back.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, maybe it's just updating the drivers on the camera because that seems to be the culprit.
How do you update the camera drivers?
Well, make and model of the camera, go to the website, download the latest drivers, install them.
Install them onto the computer?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Because it's plug and play. I thought you meant like firmware update or something like that on the device. I don't know how you do that either.
That's purely Windows 10 plug and play?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. In that case, that could be as, well.
Ooh, right here. Hold on. I just lost it. Sorry. End. I killed it. Sorry. What were you looking at?
I was just gonna see what what our handy dandy device manager says the drivers on the camera
I think
are.
the camera's just getting warm.
I don't know about warm.
I don't know. Something gets hot, you're using it too much, you unplug it, let it cool down. But I mean, then again, I didn't really give it too much.
Cause what's that?
That's printer.
Okay.
That's the copy machine over my. I don't have any biometric devices. Human interface.
I'm guessing it's gonna fall under.
Here it goes. There's one of them. That's it.
That's the only one plugged in. So,
Update driver.
well, that's gonna run Windows Update. But I mean, the driver is. And actually, it says it's from Logitech. I would not be surprised if there's something on Logitech's website or support forum or something like that. With because it seems like it's the camera. You unplug the camera, plug it back in.
It works fine.
It works fine.
It starts to get
it
rampancy.
is possible that it's the USB hub, because that's going to have some degree of caching, and it could just overload the cache too.
Okay. It's
Sure.
USB 3. The camera's not. The hub is.
Hub is, yeah. Well, still takes caching.
I don't know shit about this stuff, man.
I don't know, all of it does. For any kind of transfer, it just doesn't, go directly to the hard drive or directly to whatever. It gets cached in the memory, and whether that's physical memory or cached to the hard drive.
So, what was I going to say about that? Oh, so I was catching up on my Halos the other day, and do I have to worry that Windows 10 has incorporated Cortana into its hardcore? If Cortana has a...
What do you mean about worry about it?
Well, because Cortana has an issue with rampancy and degeneration. So I didn't know if that also follows through to Windows. But I think that's more of a storyline plot that might not affect my Windows.
Yeah. It shouldn't, but it does. But really, the only time it should be dumb is, if you're actually asking Cortana to do something like, search for a file or search the internet or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't know if you even have Cortana set up, really.
I don't think so.
Like, I know with my phone, I got to be really careful if I say
Her name?
Google, because it'll just go like, hey, I'm listening now. I didn't really want you listening. Of course, Then I kind of go, wait, are you listening to me all the time? Which I'm pretty sure is exactly what's happening.
Well, it even gives us the viewers at the top now. We just did an update, and it tells us. That's kind of cool. Even tells us how long we've been on for.
Hey, that's fancy.
Yeah, I used to not do that. I used to have to guesstimate when I thought I pressed record. So, yeah, that said, what, could internet speed be backing it up?
It
Like if
shouldn't
for some
cause-
reason the kids are watching something in the other room and it lags the internet down, now all of a sudden it's caching, it's hitting the internet cache, and then it's, slowly backing up till it's the point that it's like, camera, slow up your uptake, because we're backing up here.
Well,
Like,
that would be your resolution. You could reduce how much bandwidth you're using upstream by reducing the resolution.
Gotcha. So I'll try by doing the software update, the driver update.
I tried a driver update. I'll also see if, I don't know how many people are gonna, I don't know exactly what resolution you're running in here.
Oh, I'm doing 1080 at 60 frames per second, but I think the camera it's a 1080 camera, but it can only local record 1080. It does 720.
Gotcha.
Everything else, though, the letters and stuff are 1080.
On your when you see the the glitching and the freezing on your display, I don't think that would really be impacted by your upstream.
Mm-hmm.
And along with your upstream, there's a little bit of downstream, but I'm sure, as with most, minimum anymore around here, if you've got a current spectrum, you're talking 100 down and 15 up. I can't imagine what the kids would be uploading that would impact that.
Gotcha.
Whatever they're requesting to watch, there's a little bit of upstream there as the device says, yes, we're watching show whatever. I don't know what kids watch anymore.
PJ Masks.
I don't know what that is.
Finding Dory.
Oh, that little fish from Nemo.
Mm-hmm. They have a whole nother movie.
Okay. Our kids are older, so we don't have to deal with Barney and stuff anymore.
They're smoking pot, right? I'm just kidding. They're adults. We don't judge our children.
Yeah, once they're adults,
My parents still judge me.
I was gonna say, I kind of think
Dude, my bones are killing me.
My wife's got the same thing going on. I think she's got some little flu-ish going on. She's probably watching, and now she's yelling because I mentioned her. But it's just because I want her to feel better.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, now we're watching, the kids are more watching,
Game of Thrones.
actually I was going to say, live streams of video games and gamers and Twitch, and I think the most popular channel on our TV at this point is YouTube.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know if the cable box hooked up to it right now.
We've got, yeah.
Between YouTube and, most of the time, even with the TV on, I just use it to cast off my laptop so I can crank it up while I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Right.
As opposed to your little laptop speakers where you can't hear any of that low-end bass.
Bass, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I'm cashing out, dude. Oh, been exhausted the last week.
Yeah. Sounds like you're coming down with something, too. I hope I don't catch this from everybody. I usually don't, though.
Mine's just being sleepy.
That's what weekends are for.
Yeah, right. I've been trying to take it easy on the Sabbath for June-ish.
Makes sense. I try to do that just because it's usually the only day I get to do that.
Yeah. It's Friday night, Sabbath, sundown to
Sunday.
Oh.
For, us weird Christian-based people. We actually use Sunday. Of course, I shouldn't say that because, take whatever day you want. Just take a day.
Yeah, I gotta do that. I gotta stop working 80 hours a week. Anyways.
Well, you can do that easily in 4 days.
So, news talk, though. Anyway, you can't find a long selection of contributors, huh?
Yeah, probably.
What? I don't think I can do 7 days a week.
No,
I don't think I'm doing 5 days a week. Then I got to pick a designated time and just regiment it into the schedule.
Probably, unless like I said, you record it, and then whenever you have the opportunity with somebody to get the recording done, and then upload it at 7 o'clock on Thursdays, or whatever day.
Yeah.
Works.
Or just do it whenever, live.
It seems like it would be more difficult to get people to tune in on a regular basis. Tune in is probably a...
So shall we take that same model, though? Like, the same, the Rock and Archie show are on it, I don't know, I went with a Bulletproof reference, but,
Like eight, I was just using 8 o'clock on a Thursday just because, I don't know, why not?
Right, well, what I'm just thinking is, like, people don't, the model of saying, well, a set time is fine, but if you just said, we're doing 3 a week, and I just, Monday, Tuesday, you know what I mean? Like, I might do 7 of them on Wednesdays. Just back to back.
Maybe.
Because people are going to watch them as they do it anyways.
Right. I was going to say with YouTube as a platform and podcasts on different devices, that kind of thing, different platforms.
People watch them at their convenience, regardless of when.
So does it, I don't know if it matters.
Right. And you just pepper them in, just, you know what I mean? Like,
it seems to me, though, this is just my thought process. I could be completely wrong on this, but it seems to me that if there was a group of people that liked a particular show, just like...
any of the new shows.
Yeah.
People tune in.
Yeah.
Hey, as soon as it's out, and they know they're looking for...
It's going to be at X time on...
They know that they only have to wait this long. If they have to if you're just giving them a show whenever you feel like it, they're not going to hang out.
There's no anticipation. There's no...
Yeah, because I don't know when this schmuck is going to be putting it on again.
All right. And counting on people to keep going back and checking, like, is there something new? Is there you're waiting for YouTube to tell you one of your...
Yeah, council meetings are Tuesday night.
Right.
They don't get live streamed. because I've got to render it all because the camera breaks them up into 10-minute segments to save them as audio or to audio video files, and then I've got to merge them all together when I get home, transfer them from the device to my to my hard drive, and then from there I combine them all into one. I don't edit anything down. It's just merge them all
Put it together and out it goes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically council meetings are usually up sometime Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So people would know, hey, like...
Well, it's not up Tuesday night because it gets produced Tuesday night. Like, it's being recorded Tuesday night. So, like, today, so I got home last night, I moved it, I plug it in, I move it to hard drive, and then usually before I go to bed, I just set it to render.
Uh-huh.
Put it all in Sony Vegas Pro.
And then do it in the morning.
And then
Upload
it renders, and then I add the spatial metadata after I brush my teeth, and that takes 5 minutes, and then I run around and get the kids ready, and then I'll set it to upload, and do any of my pre-work for that, and then it's processing and uploading and all that stuff while I'm gone. Usually it's depending on how long it is.
Right. So at some point on Wednesday.
2.5. Yeah, sometime on Wednesday. If I get delayed at all, it's it's Thursday.
So for something like that, though, people should know. I mean, regular subscribers, that kind of thing, should know. Hey, Wednesday evening, I can.
Yeah.
Kick back and if they really care that much to see what's going on. I mean, obviously, all the council stuff isn't open to the public, and
what was this?
Even the
one in the police training room.
Oh, I didn't know that was open to the public.
It's open to the public. Just nobody shows up.
I was going to say, I've never seen
there's
anybody there.
There's no public comment, but you know what I mean.
So you can sit there and listen.
If you show up, I mean, there's some people that show up and they're the reason for a particular topic got brought on the agenda, or they were very concerned about it. You know what I mean? They can raise their hand, and you know what I mean. That we do, what we don't usually if we've got 40 people that show up, which is happened once or twice. You know what I mean? You get a whole pile of people on a very hot button topic, and they show up to just try to show a presence.
Yeah,
we're not going to let all 40 people talk. It's a committee meeting. You know what I mean? We're trying to get stuff done.
Well,
but that's what the public comment section is for during the regular meeting.
Well, not only that, and I understand that you putting them up there as you, not as you, Alderman you, or the city you. It's you, but as a resource for people, if they pay attention.
Right.
Which I realize is asking a lot.
Which is very difficult for, you know what I mean? If I wasn't there every week, and let's say I lose the next upcoming election, I won't be there every week.
Right.
And I'll try my best to catch up on it. And you know what I mean? And here's the thing: is actually I might be there every week because it's a very integral show on my channel. Yeah. The city's not going to do it.
Well, and I think the nice thing about it, I'd love to see the city do it so that people can. And the same reason why I think it's great that you do it is, even though it's somebody, I'm not a resident Olean, but somebody that is a resident of Olean, if a topic does come up that they agree with, disagree with, whatever, it would give them the opportunity to email, contact, send a text, stop at their
part of the spiel too. It's part of the spiel, the city officials, department heads, all city aldermen, the mayor, and the request all citizens to contact them at their offices, which means you know what I mean. You call me. I don't know who the phone call was, but I've got a text message here from a constituent now asking about a parking problem that we were dealing with.
But that's really the most efficient way to go.
Yeah, don't come to a council meeting. You don't come to the council meeting and call me out. If I ignored your problem, which I don't, you know what I mean? I don't ignore anybody's problem.
Right.
There's certain things I can't do. I got one guy who calls me every day, wants to know what I'm doing about the drug dealers next to his house. I'm like, listen, man, you told the police department about it. I can't. If I start getting involved, all I'm going to do is muck up a court trial.
Yeah, I don't have a badge.
Yeah, I mean, I could show up people's houses and be
and for them to do it properly, they need to collect evidence, and they need to.
New York's, it's double-edged sword, man. You want to put all the drug dealers in jail, but you also don't want the authoritative compartment of our government to infringe on your rights as the law-abiding citizen. So where is that happy medium? Well, guess what? You have all these special protections, Miranda rights, and protection against search and seizure, and so do the drug dealers. You can't have them
Exactly.
without giving them to everybody.
And-
And so somebody decides to sell drugs, and they're going to use all of those shields in their toolbox to protect themselves and their business, no matter how illegitimate it is. And
Right.
so that's a loophole that gets the stuff tossed out of court.
Many years ago, when I lived in Olean, we used to go to. There was a park across the street. That park's still there. The house is no longer there. We used to go sit in the park at night and just watch what people were bringing into our neighbor's house. And you'd see furniture, guns, all kinds of stuff, and nobody was there more than about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't seem like anybody's even paying attention to this.
Yeah.
One night while we're sitting in the park watching this, because, I mean, one, there was a level of, felt a little unsafe, because, I mean, like, people were carrying in cases that you assumed, I mean, it's a gun case, you assume there might be a gun in there. I mean, who knows, it could have been a whole case full of crack, I don't know. I didn't look. But we got asked to leave the park by somebody, and we thought, well, it is, after dark. That's why we're being asked to leave. But you're here.
By the police department?
Police department.
Oh, okay.
Undercover, somebody just hanging out, watching the house, collecting evidence. They are there, and you don't always see them.
Right.
That's kind of the point,
Right.
You're not always supposed to see them, because if you could tell, so could the people that are watching.
Right.
Which is... Well, anyways.
If you're a guy in the park tying your shoe for 2 hours, though, that might...
Oh, we literally just went and sat in the park and watched the nonsense going on.
Right.
And figured, it's probably safer over here than on the porch of our house where, bullets probably more likely to hit us if that should happen.
Right.
So, it was,
But yeah, so that's one show. So I just got to go back in and change the tags and stuff on it. And try to think what else there is. But yeah, so I just got to sit down and just figure out. And so that's the other issue, though, is so I could just record them at any time. My downside is that I really like the 360 camera.
Mm-hmm.
I think it adds this sweet aspect to the podcast. I don't know how it is on the viewer side of it, though.
on YouTube anyways, I like it, like I said, I like it with counsel, because I can look and I can see who's talking.
Where like I almost need, if I've got 3 people here, I almost need, to make it more professional, I need another person operating this. Because if you're watching me talk to you and then I'm sitting here like clicking between screens, you know what I mean, to click different cameras, you need somebody doing the on-site editing. You know what I mean, operating the cameras.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah.
I mean, when you, as a musician, when you go into the studio,
You
you got somebody else running everything, because you can't have busy hands and be running knobs and pushing buttons and
Sure, and that's
adjusting, a limiter and adjusting
that's a big part of it, and I don't, you know what I mean. But then again, like the 360, you don't have to do that. You become the producer as the viewer, and if there's something going on in the background, you're like, look, Kevin's picking his nose while this other guy's talking. The other guy's talking and so into what he's saying that he's not paying attention to Kevin picking his nose. But I got a nice laugh because the first time I watched it, I'm watching Kevin just pick a big bat out of the cave. You know, like
I was counting somebody's yawns on one show.
Yeah, but people count
just because I was like, boy, that person keeps yawning. I went back and started counting. I think I got to like 37 before I got.
I'm just super tired, man. I don't know what it is, but I've been working a lot lately too. The Subway's film was finished, and I got the electrical contract on that, and it was supposed to be there so many times. I'm running back and forth trying to get that done, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we got everything done. It's like, dude, I'm out of here in an hour. They're like, no, you got to get it done by tomorrow morning. Like,
guess I'm not.
guess not. Yeah, and then you just.
Well, I can.
What's up?
Sorry to interrupt this, but can I use your facilities?
Sure.
I need. I don't know if you wanna.
No, I just face you. There's
How wrinkly
the
my
back.
shirt is.
I think I just shut the door. I got little slide bolts so the kids don't barge in. So usually I do the top one, but apparently not. So straight back towards the entrance of the house, to the right at the staircase, and then just straight back to the back of the house. All right, guys. So you're here with Kevin, just Kevin. Wow. Man, I'm yawning so much my eyes are getting red. Hope I don't get pink eye. Wah, wah, wah. So that's Toby the Bass, and yeah. Oh, that's probably gonna eat up a lot. We'll find out. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. I just peaked at 100%. Yup. We're gonna lose her here soon, Jimmy. So while we wait for Toby to come back, I'm gonna check on a Logitech driver. What do we say that was? So for you at home who wants to know about how to do a YouTube channel, is this the Pro Stream? Yeah, Pro Stream. And then so anyways, yeah, we used to do 2 cameras. Now we just do 1. And 1 seems to be easier for me to do the producing and the production value and all that other happy shalalala stuff. Webcam drivers. What up, Tobes? Dude, I'm peaking. We're at 100% value right now. Just because I opened up Chrome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good grief.
Good grief. Might as well have a needle in my arm, huh?
No, I mean, I primarily use Chrome myself, but it...
Last updated May 2019.
Yeah, so there is updated software for it.
Oh, wait a minute. This is Logitech Capture.
Oh, okay.
Which is something when I redid Windows on the laptop, that was something that came up. It was like an own. Yeah, see, it's
performance improvements, bug fixes, but
this is it's open broadcast software.
Right, but okay.
Then we've got camera settings. It's pretty big for.
Yeah, that's pretty big
July.
for, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't contain
XSplit Early Access VCam. I don't know what that is. Move a blurry possible any webcam without need of expensive green screens. Okay, so that's different. That's a green screen. Yeah, see?
I wouldn't be surprised, though, in that first Logitech software.
Webcam driver.
I wouldn't be... Whoa, right there.
This one here?
Driver for C922. Next one down.
Community forums. Okay.
Yeah, so right there, I mean, it might take you some time reading through, but should find out what other people are experiencing.
I was unable to use the advertised...
I was going to say, a lot of times, like for instance, HP. If you got an HP printer, you're downloading a piece of software that has the driver in the software.
Right.
So that wouldn't surprise me if Logitech would do that with the same thing, because you're talking about a device that is going to use software along with the driver. So having it integrated,
oh, gotcha.
one, makes it a lot easier for people to install. Instead of installing 3 things, like install your printer driver, now you install your printer software, now install your scanner software.
Right.
That's just going to look on Microsoft's website.
Windows has determined that you already installed.
Yeah. So that's the latest thing that Microsoft has for it. But that certainly doesn't mean that's the last thing that Logitech has put out for it.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I guess I'll do a little more research on that. I was using your potty break as a good time to do that.
Sorry. As my one guitarist would say, well, let me know how long until we got to stop for your old man bladder.
Yeah.
That could be 2 hours. Who knows?
That's
20
hot.
minutes.
So, yeah. So, but if I'm doing live, so live is difficult, and so I can't do live with the 360 because I don't have enough subscriber base. That means more of you yahoos out there got to subscribe. I think calling them yahoos doesn't make them want to subscribe, though.
Probably not.
No.
You kind folks out there that are so
generous,
appreciated by watching.
Like us on Patreon. So If you like and support us on Patreon, that'll give us money, so we can buy nicer cameras, and we can also spread the bribes out to other people so that they will subscribe to us because they'll get money.
Wait,
and then
bribes?
there could be if we had a big benefactor out there donating money to the channel, but we don't. We don't have that. No. So, but if we had 1,000 subscribers, we can do live streams from mobile devices. We used to be able to do that, and then they took it away from us. We
now
need
you gotta have 100 subscribers before you can even get a channel name that people can remember.
Really?
Yeah. Like your channel's a bunch of random gibberish in the URL.
Oh.
Once you have 100 subscribers, you can
Customize
edit
your
that. All right. Well, this is YouTube, obviously.
Right.
You can edit that and customize it.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
funny.
have some channels that I don't have 100 subscribers on any of them, so they're all just gibberish too.
Yeah. That's dumb.
Yep.
That's really dumb. So, but yeah, they took that away from us. So if we had 1,000 subscribers, so technically the 360 camera is a local, or is a mobile device. So we have to have 1,000 subscribers to get
A live stream from that.
a live stream from that. I can go live stream to Facebook. It doesn't help the cause. So I do local records to the device, and then I render them, and then I mean we're talking. I got 6-7 hours of like stuff we're doing, right?
No.
Just to make sure, you know what I mean, just to get it everything done. I mean, if I have a 1 hour podcast or 1 hour rendering of a recording of the council meetings, we're talking 4 hours of rendering.
Oh, all right.
Because it's
I've had people record and give me
Like
whole sets, and it's like, well, I want to put the whole set up. The render time, though, is like, well, okay, when am I going to have 8 hours to not use my computer while it works on this?
yeah, that's what this thing does. This thing will all be at work, and this thing will be rendering it,
Yeah, just-
or I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, my
And
work
it's-
is usually at the computer.
It's 4 to 8 hours depending, and it's 32 gigs. Takes
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot more space. So it's just it's bad news in shoes, Jimmy.
And the whole time it's using as much of your physical RAM as it can, and
Kick
it's
on the
probably
extra-
caching to the hard drive too.
I kick on the extra fan to keep it cool. Just put another fan on it. But yeah, so if we don't have the
Oh, it's on wheels.
yeah, it is. So I like the 360 camera, but I can't do the live streams. I don't have any downtime if I do a live stream though, which is nice.
Right.
Like I can just live stream it. It's up. It's boom. It's there, and that takes away your consistency then. You know what I mean? So I almost have to do it. But I don't have the mobility, so I got to meet somebody in a particular place, and having contributors, like unless you got somebody dedicated to the cause like I am, you know what I mean. You're not going to have, and not everybody's schedule is the same, right?
Right.
Like I can get you here 2:00 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, but I can't get you here at 6:00 in the morning. Nor do I want people coming to my house 6:00 in the morning because all the kids are sleeping.
Right.
And they hear me and somebody else talk in politics. I mean, it's nice over that nice brown warm hug in the morning. You know, a nice cup of coffee.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not when the kids are awake. You know, that's why Quinn's was nice because I can do that in the morning, but I have to bring the laptop in because the desktop down there doesn't
Cut it.
It's way old. It's way old. It doesn't. I'm trying to think. It doesn't like XSplit. It has it, but it doesn't like it. It uses OBS just fine, but OBS clips in and out. I don't even. Yeah, there were certain features about it just couldn't take. It doesn't even like the newest TurboTax. So.
Is that Windows XP or something?
No. I just uploaded. It probably likes it now because I upgraded the operating system on it. But I mean so that becomes the consistency issue for the YouTube channel. But going back in and re-tagging the names of videos and
Playlisting them based on.
I mean I've been doing that. But I have to like some of them are cross endorsed because I couldn't figure out a category for them.
Right.
Like the farmers market interviews. What are those? Are those news and politics? Those interviews.
Something like that. I'll almost make just its own farmer's market.
Yeah. Call farmers market. Because you don't have to be lonely. Farmersmarket.com.
Okay.
You ever hear the farmers only commercials?
No.
I'll have to show you a YouTube thing. I don't want to. I'm waiting for them to become a sponsor too. I'm waiting for a response back from that letter.
Most of the commercials that I intake are on YouTube, so
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't really.
Because
Watch.
you don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It's a farmers dating website, like a Christian singles.
I'm
but for
pretty sure
farmers.
they do a good job at targeting their ads because I
do.
tend to get IT ads constantly, or usually what I get
Dude, I
ads
just
for
bought-
is stuff I've already bought.
I like Vibrams. They do me well for my feet. These just came in though. And they don't sell 13 wide, so they're my first set of boots from Vibrams that I didn't find. My last 3 sets of Vibrams I found. Junk haul outs or whatever, so like I got kids to feed, man. I don't have time to buy boots if I don't need to. But I like the 5-finger bear running shoes.
Oh yeah.
I like those. I like them for lounge and I like them for light work. I like them for, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not even really a fan of shoes, so.
Yeah. So those are nice though, because they add cushioning. You can walk. I can walk on my gravel driveway while I'm outside without destroying my feet. The gravel driveway hurts. You ever tiptoe through gravel? Like,
Do it enough, you build up calluses, then it doesn't bother you.
yeah. Oh, I try to. But anyways, that's what I got to figure out. I guess I just got to figure out morning times. We need more contributors. If any of you yahoos on local Facebook groups and stuff like that like messing around and also would like to be on Kevin's, we can also do a phone-in too thing. You know what I mean? Like, need more.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that sounds like people are phoning in though. Just kidding. My little brother, Google Hangouts still has because it's by Google and Google and YouTube. They still have the Google Hangouts feature. So
You
I don't
could
know
do.
I don't know if you could do live with that though.
I was gonna say that sounds like something though that you would probably want to record and then edit if needed and.
See, and then I can record it on. Yeah, see, and that's the thing is if I record it with my smartphone though, it's a mobile device. But if I record it, I can instantly upload it right from my phone.
Right. But then it's not live.
It's not live, right? And then
Right.
you get into they're pushing people to be live. They want more people to be live because it's the new thing, right? These people are live, and so they put them into like a higher priority algorithm
Right.
to get pushed up. Like, oh, this person's live, and all their videos on their channel are live. So guess what? Your channel soars
Yeah.
because everything's live, and which is nice because it saves you on downtime. But it sucks when phone rings and you catch a whole song and then you're like, I gotcha. Clip. Trying to think what else there was. Yeah, because I can go right to.
Another idea. I mean, and this is just kind of off the top, my head idea, but on videos, asking people for comments on what they would actually like to see.
I've been asking.
Oh, I didn't see it.
No, I mean I have been asking. I ask in my videos.
Oh, gotcha.
I ask in the videos for people to comment below, tell us what they think, and these schmucks they don't do it. They barely watch. We're not providing them the content that they want.
I pay for cable and I don't ever watch it.
True.
That's not true. My wife puts stuff on and it's on. So that pretty much means Mike and Molly.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's all you.
It just happens to be on
All the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a
when
week.
we're going to bed.
Gotcha. Mrs. puts on Friends for the 8-month-old. So by the time I get to the couch to sleep next to him, because I'm the trooper that stays next to the kid. You know what's funny is they don't even watch. None of the family watches. Daddy's doing his podcast. Kevin's doing his podcast. My mom's like, oh, you got a YouTube channel still? Like, yeah, Ma, you're supposed to be watching it. I need viewership here. You subscribed yet? Jesus.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be my mom.
I got the YouTube.
No offense, Mom, if you watch this.
Yeah, my dad's got YouTube on his desktop. Like, he's just got a link that takes him to opens up Google Chrome for him, takes him to the website. And it's UTOBE or something, tube. Like, YouTube.
I had a support call, residential support call. And that was the big thing. What they wanted was they wanted an icon on their desktop. They went to Facebook.
Like, yeah, instead of...
What else would you like me to do?
$50 an hour. Thank you. I'll put an icon on your desktop.
Yeah, I almost always can find other things that people are either want to learn or things they do that they could do more efficiently. I can almost find usually people have something they have a question about.
I still haven't. So I've created a wish list for Amazon for like what we need for like our first couple sponsors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like to have one of these cameras do 4K streaming, which is going to do more problem with our bandwidth, right?
That would take more bandwidth, yes. But then you also got to look at that point, especially. You got to look at the throughput on your switches, access points. If you're going over wireless.
Right now we're hardwired,
which is the way to go.
I think it's Cat 5e.
Which
But
is
I'm
more than enough.
I'm running the whole house in Cat 6 though.
Yeah, it's
And
still
I've got a
more than
gigabit
enough.
switch, and we use the Nighthawk.
Not a fan of Netgear.
No, it's a gigabit,
It's
but it's only.
it's a residential product,
Okay.
so it's built for inexpensive. Even though the Nighthawks are kind of expensive, as they're supposed to be the upper line, you're still pretty much talking a residential product.
Okay.
Most residents, your average residential household, isn't uploading 4K video. They might be watching it, so downstream throughput is probably up there. Same with games, online gaming and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Most of that bandwidth is downstream, so they're going to invest in the product to be able to do what most people are going to use it for.
Gotcha.
Upstream, most people don't need that much upstream.
So
Your upstream is, for most people, is just telling whatever you're connecting to that you're still there and what you need next.
So I've got a 16 gigabit. I've got a 16 port gigabit switch.
That should be general throughput.
Right. So when I rerun the house in Cat 6, what I'm doing is I'm relocating the modem to like a skiff room. Just going to build a nice little secure place in my basement where I can keep, you know what I mean, the modems and stuff like that. They're shielded.
Yeah, and I can't imagine you get a lot of water runoff here.
Not too much, no, and I want to make it nice and dry, humidity controlled, so I can keep, like we talked about, a RAID array. So, because right now I borrowed my dad's 10 terabyte hard drive to store my stuff on.
Yeah.
Portable.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
But if that dies, then where's your stuff?
Right, that's why I wanted to set up this RAID array. So because otherwise I'm in the same boat I was a couple months ago where we lost a lot of raw footage.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have it backed up down there in that skiff room, attached to the 16 port, and then I'm going to actually run jacks all over the house in Cat 6, so I can jack this in, it goes right to the 16 port and out. Each floor is going to have a router.
A router?
Modem.
A switch?
Wireless.
Oh, an access point.
Yes. There
Okay.
you go.
More than likely, based on the size and where you're located, probably in this house, just need one good access point and put it high.
Put it high, like third floor?
Yeah. It's a radio antenna.
Right.
It's the same concept as why they put the radio antennas on top of hills.
Because it falls, an umbrella
Comes down.
Yeah.
It is wavelengths. It is affected by gravity. It doesn't go up well.
Right.
Down's not a problem. And that's actually something I see quite a bit. People go, I don't know why I spent, on a Nighthawk or something like that, all this money on this. Well, it's in your basement, and you're on the third floor trying to get wireless.
Yeah.
It is a radio antenna.
So I should just run one to the third floor, run the Nighthawk to the third floor and let it go down.
Maybe not the Nighthawk. I'm also a big proponent of using separate devices as opposed to jamming everything in one.
Well, that's why I figured 3.
Yeah. Well, you really wouldn't.
And they would each have a port on the gigabit switch, so either way, you know what I mean? If you're getting a lot of high jamming if you're on the first floor and you're getting a lot of high jamming from the third floor one, which has the better reception, then
It really shouldn't be I mean, if you want to be probably a little bit of overkill, put it on the second floor. It'll go up one floor pretty good.
oh, okay, there we go.
Going up 3 floors from a basement.
Right, but that's why I figured the switch would be in the basement. Because then if anything happens,
But
safe.
getting those
fire.
access points up.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I wasn't gonna put the access point in the basement, no.
Yeah, it just tends to work a lot better.
But that was where I was going with that. I want to get that under control. But then, if I'm using a gigabit switch and then it's going to the modem, whatever is supplied by Spectrum, you still only have downstream of 100 megabytes.
100 megabits.
100 megabits per second.
Yeah. It's really more than most people use.
Yeah, I know. which is fine. But then at least internally, if I have a laptop plugged in on the third floor and it's hardwired and it's plugged into it, this is plugged into a jack on the wall, I can stream gigabit per second across the house. Internal servers, you know what I mean? Like, if I've got a movie on my desktop, I can pull it from my laptop.
It's capable of gigabit. You never actually achieve gigabit speed, but
Right, but I understand that. But I don't need to. I don't have to worry about downside.
no, but it's still a lot faster transferring big files, especially if
Right.
you're saving them, backing them up, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Right, especially with a RAID array in the basement.
Yeah.
Like, I could just, boom, just pull it from a RAID array. So, that's the thought process. We're just talking gibberish to our people now.
General IT gibberish.
Yep. Toby's a good contributor, though. So I'll have to grab you on the channel again sometime for, because you wanted to be the hell out of here in 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, sometime around then.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to come in some other time. Obviously there's things I know. Some stuff about IT stuff, music.
yeah, I got to figure that out.
That's really
What do
about
you
it.
What do you think a good start and save point would be? 3 days a week? 2 days a week?
I think it would depend on how much time you have in your...
Oh, that's why I was trying to pencil in during the free time. Because clients want me at their houses or want me on job sites or whatever, from 8 to 5.
A lot of times I'm doing website work or something like that, and I do a lot of that at night, or especially if I got to do graphics. Graphics are good for me first thing in the morning, if the phone isn't ringing, or later at night. Trying to do them during regular hours, you're interrupted all the time, and then you got another,
Paperwork, same way with me, man. I can't do paperwork in the middle of the day unless I have the entire day devoted to paperwork. And then when I hit like it's high, it's getting the sun's beating down today and stuff like that. And
Yeah. Well, it also is the interruption factor. Not that interruption's a bad thing. Customers calling that thing, that's fine. It's just the being efficient with my own time. I know that it's going to take me 10 to 15 minutes to get back into where I left off.
Right. No, that's why.
So for interruptions, just take an hour of your day and throw it away.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. I don't got an extra hour.
Right.
So I try to do that kind of work that I know is going to take me hours of focus time to where hopefully the fewest interruptions as possible. It's usually me interrupting myself to go get another cup of coffee or use the can.
Yeah. But sometimes those are nice. You step away for a minute.
Well, sometimes it's a necessity.
Yeah. Step away, regroup.
Especially when something just isn't working. And sometimes you can step away and all of a sudden light bulb comes on as soon as it's not in front of your face, and then...
Is there anything I can do about this? So we get this new desktop and it's...
like I said, I definitely try the drivers.
Yeah, maybe I'll try the YouTube has created an onboard
Creator Studio.
Yeah, they've got an onboard creator studio now. Before you had to have broadcasting software.
Yeah.
Which is why we have XSplit. And before that was OBS.
Yeah, give it a shot. I mean,
maybe that'll knock down a lot of the draw because you're just using the website. There's less caching because you have less through points, right?
Right.
Because everything's got to go through XSplit. Right. Everything's got to go through XSplit, and then it's got to go from XSplit to YouTube, and then YouTube's got to do what it does with it, and then.
Right now, I mean, it should be easy enough for a website to access, your devices.
Right. Yeah.
Just like casting.
Yeah. Skype or Google Hangouts. I wonder if Google Hangouts though still allows you to use mobile devices to do the live stream broadcasts because they're mobile devices. You know what I mean? I wonder if that's a workaround. Be a good point though if somebody wants to, because I know I can do a desktop if I create a Google Hangouts live stream from a desktop.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be accessible, which would be nice because then I can.
Yeah, then you could bring people in from other areas.
My little brother was on the show a while back when I did a morning show, and he called me on his way to work, and he was using his smartphone and just set it up on the dash. But downside is I have to, there's no lighting in his truck at that early in the morning, so it's all.
Right, but as far as working out times for people to be on the show, it might be a little bit more of a convenience factor.
Right.
For them. I don't have to drive. Or, you know what I mean?
miles away, right? I doubt anybody's calling me in from 600, but...
Yeah, but, from, I don't know, Buffalo or
Right.
Even Jamestown or something. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, that was one. There was a political talk I was supposed to do with that rabbi that everyone keeps talking about.
uh-huh.
And then I found out that, well, if you want to interview him, you gotta go pick him up because he doesn't drive. Like, what? Driving out to Jamestown to talk to this guy? But we've lost her. There. Oh, we're back.
Came right back.
We're back.
Yeah, I think that's where I'd start is with drivers with it. From there, I think I'd go, well, one, test it. Reboot.
Yeah.
Install drivers, reboot.
Try that.
And then, you know, like you went through and shut stuff down, I'd do that ahead of time. Like I said, I have, when I'm using Windows to record audio, I've got to shut antivirus down, or I end up with, in tracks.
Oh, really?
You know, and you're recording 20 some odd tracks, and the antivirus kicks up, and all. I mean, you just wasted a lot of time, and then a lot of other people's time too.
Yeah.
You know. So that's, you know, recording in software going to Windows is definitely a shut your antivirus down. If you have a that would take a dedicated machine. If you had a dedicated machine just to do this, I'd say don't even put an antivirus on it. But keep it dedicated to just this, and don't go random shopping or something. Just surfing.
P word.
Or that. Personally, I recommend staying away from that, but, I mean,
Oh, sure.
whatever's
you are.
clever.
That's right. Just a good Christian boy yourself.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I've been so tired. Thanks for coming on, Tobes.
Sure.
Toby the Bass.
Toby the Bass. Could be worse.
It could be Toby the Carp,
I
right?
was going to say you could have left the B off.
The Bass Hole. That's where we go bass fishing. It's the Bass Hole. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Catfish spots first.
Oh, yeah.